And Reverend Tutu is going to help me with this. He's actually quoting his father here. He says, "Don't raise your voice, improve your argument." So that's the next stage. Now that the tension is released, now that we're in more of a rational state of mind, I help them improve their argument. And to illustrate that, I'd like to tell a story that's happened to a professional teacher at Georgetown University in the U.S. who, before she started teaching negotiation at university level, she was in the Peace Corps in Africa, and it was Thanksgiving time, and she's like, well, okay, honestly, in my travels, it's been kind of depressing to see everybody take Halloween from us. But then again, we got it from the Irish, and what is originally American anyway? But Thanksgiving is one of the few holidays that we have that's ours, and we really started with it. And so she wanted to make a traditional Thanksgiving feast for these people that she knew. And for that, you really do need a good pumpkin pie. So she goes to the market, and she sees there's only one stall that's selling pumpkins, and there are 4 of them. Brave lady, trying to make it from scratch. Nobody tries to do that anymore, almost. And so she goes to the stall, and she's like, all right, I'll take it all. And you'd think if you're selling produce goes bad. That's a good thing, right? You want to get rid of it. And the lady's like, you can have 3. 3? What do you mean you have 3? Look, no. Now, what she starts to do here is what I like to call emotional chicken. For those of you who have seen this stupid tradition that is kind of dying out in the U.S., it's kind of like modern jousting. Maybe you've seen this in the movies. You get 2 cars, 2 very stupid people who are trying to show their bravery, and they start in a lone road somewhere, and they start driving at each other at full speed. This is what we do quite often when we negotiate, right? And so he who swerves first loses. Now I have some problems with this, but first let me illustrate what she does. So she starts. So you've got the great jackass theory of humanity. You either motivate people with a stick or with a carrot, right? Positive, negative, treating people like animals. And so that's what she does to this lady. And she says, all right, so she tries guilt. That's a good motivator. Oh, come on, I'm so far away from home, and Thanksgiving's coming up, and I have all these people to cook for. I really need that 4th pumpkin. No. Okay. Heck, so the stick didn't work. Well, then you up the ante, right? The cars start to get closer. Okay, fine. I'm an American. I must be made of money. I'll pay you double. How about that? No. Well, see, what's wrong with this type of negotiation, and we've all done it, by the way, is, okay, so let's say you win, right? How does the person who swerved and gave in to you feel about you? Horrible, right? So when you've swerved, when you've had that, you feel something's important, the other person feels something important, and you swerved, you gave in, fine, I'll be a martyr and let you have your way. What does that do to the relationship? Again, it's unsustainable. It's just an unsustainable way to have interactions with other human beings. So if you're in a long-term relationship with somebody, whether it be business or personal, it's just not good. Eventually, you're going to have to pay for it. Whether you give in all the time, or whether you're the one making people get out of your way. Well, it didn't work for her. And so she did something very smart. She asked a better question. She said, ma'am, why will you not sell me this 4th pumpkin? And the one said, I don't have any seeds. If I'm going to be able to sell pumpkins next year, I need to take seeds from this last pumpkin. I can't sell them all to you. Well, there we go. Can you think maybe of a couple of solutions that she could come up with? Oh, well, to tell you what, let's make a deal. I'll just pay normal price for that 4th one, and I'll let you have all the seeds from all 4. What we do a lot of time. So that's how I help people improve their arguments. I help them figure out what is important to them. So instead of saying, no, I'm not going to sell you this pumpkin, which gets you nowhere, this lady was going to lose. She was going to miss out on a sale. Instead of just saying no or yes, and then saying no or yes again more strongly, what you do is you help the two sides go, all right, well, what is it that you want? Why is that important to you? And you see, just like in this situation, you say, well, I'm saying no because I need the seeds. All right, is there any way that you could get the seeds? And just going through that process of just asking them why something is important, quite often they figure it out on their own. Oh, I can sell the pumpkin without selling the seeds. Or I probably could. Maybe I could ask them about that. Yeah, maybe you could. People are actually very intelligent once they come out of that animal-like state of mind. And if they don't, it's a low-hanging fruit, sometimes I help them. But so we make a list of all their issues, what the problems are, why it's important to them, what are they afraid of, what is it they want to get out of it. Because when you break it down, you can usually find many different solutions where both sides get what they want. Where one side gets all the pumpkins and the other side gets to keep all the seeds. So after that, what's amazing is at this point, so I come and go. When you do this type of work, you come and go. You're a third party. They don't see you otherwise. And what's neat is the relationship starts to improve on its own. I haven't brought them together yet. They haven't talked to each other yet about any of this. And then you ask, well, how are things going? Oh, so-and-so is so much nicer now. Oh, so-and-so, this is just so much easier. Work is so much easier. Do we really have to talk together? They don't want to do it. They don't want to rock the boat. Things have improved.